you've had a good time out here with Worcestershire?
Yeah, sensational. I think a few of the lads would be sad to go home, won't they? But a few get homesick as well. But I haven't been home for 6 months, so to be honest, it feel pretty loose going home actually. But it'd be nice to see the family and all that. And I've had a good week.
I wanted to talk to you because you've had a quite an unconventional route into first class cricket. I mean, you made your debut for Worcestershire last year. You've done really well for them. But tell us a little bit about your time before that.
I grew up in Stoke-on-Trent, or at least in a village not far from Stoke-on-Trent called War. So I played village cricket for War until I was 17. Always played for Shropshire age groups from 11, 12 onwards. And then when I got to about 17, 18, I was trying to break into the Shropshire side. And so they said, well, if you want to play for Shropshire, you've got to play in the Birmingham League, really. So I moved to my nearest Birmingham League club, which was Whitchurch, and did all right for them and started to cement my place in the Shropshire setup, senior setup. And all the time I was at Whitchurch for a couple of years. Then I had each season at Reigate Priory, and then I got the Shropshire captaincy in 2013. So I moved back to Shropshire to play for Shifnal. And 2014 I kept the Shropshire captaincy, but went and played for Reigate Priory again in Surrey. And throughout all of that, Kevin obviously left as Shropshire coach, Sharp, and they had an injury before the first second team game, or one of the first second team games. I said, yeah, of course, I'll come up and play. Why not? I played a second team game for Worcester at the end of 2013. Got 17 off about 6 balls, I think, so I probably didn't do myself much justice, to be honest. So it was nice to be given another opportunity. That first week with Worcester Seconds, I think I got dropped first ball at backward point, and they made 100 and something in a one-dayer, and then the next, I think it might have been the next day, we played a 3-dayer. The first day was at Alveston, then the 3-dayer was at Derby County Ground. I made 100 in the first innings. We got bowled out for 180 in a session, and I made 100. It was pretty entertaining game of cricket actually, because I think Derby went on to make 500, and we got bowled out again cheaply. I got a golden duck in the second innings, so it was an entertaining week, because after that, after playing club cricket Saturday, Sunday, Derbyshire Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, had Friday off, played club cricket again Saturday for Reigate, and then back up to Shropshire to play for Shropshire on Sunday. I made another 100 for Shropshire, so it was a big week, and that was pretty much what kick-started the season, I think, for me. Worcester obviously were impressed, and thought that I might be able to do a job for him in 2020. So played quite a bit of second team over the first couple of months of the season, and when the 2020 started, I started in that and made a couple of good starts, 43 and a 34, I think. From then on in, they said, well, look, we'll have a look at you till 14th of June, and if we like what we see, then we'll hopefully be able to offer you something. And fortunately they did, and I was contracted since then. We did really well in the 2020 to reach the quarter-final. Fortunately we couldn't go on, but we played some really good cricket, having won 7 games on the bounce at one stage in the 2020. Struggling in the 50-50 a little bit, but obviously getting promotion was fantastic, and for me to score my maiden first class 100 was fantastic.
What's that like? I mean, you're 25 now, aren't you? And you've obviously waited for your turn to play first class cricket, proper cricket in inverted commas, and then you make that first ton. Is that how does that feel?
It's strange actually, because I thought growing up, I think I played with a lot more emotion. Like it used to hurt me a lot when I didn't contribute, and hurt me a lot when I got out, and I used to get really upset as a kid and stuff. And then the older you get, you sort of realise that you're in the side to score runs at the end of the day. Like, you're there to win a game of cricket. That's first and foremost, you're there to win a game of cricket. So obviously everybody wants to contribute. You're not going to do it every week, but when you do, you sort of feel, oh well, that's my job, isn't it? It's not like, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't doing my job. So as pleasing as it is, and as nice as it was, I had my family in the stands and a couple of friends and stuff. And I felt like I played really well. At the end of the day, I'd just come off and had a pint and just said, well, that's what I'm in the team for at the end of the day. So, it was special. I think I'll look back on it more fondly when I finished playing cricket, to be honest.
And what must have been even more pleasing is it wasn't just a century, you made it big as well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, when you open the batting, like, there's a good chance, or at least with me, there's a good chance I won't make it through the first over sometimes. So if you do get in, I like to pride myself on getting some big scores, and I've made a few double hundreds and some big 150 plus scores, and you know, that's what I play for. That's what really gets my ticker going. You know, I love it.
You've obviously played a lot of club cricket. You played abroad as well, haven't you, in various formats. What's the difference between playing so-called amateur cricket to playing in a professional setup like Worcester?
Good question, that, I think. Obviously, the standard and everything is very different, but from my point of view and the way I approach it is like when you're playing club cricket and you're often playing with a group of people you choose to play with, don't you? Like your friends or whatever. So I think you say, right, it's either us or them, you know, it's on, isn't it, you know, and you take a lot of pride in what you're doing. And first class cricket, I think there is that element of camaraderie. And we're lucky at Worcester, you know. I know every club will say it, we've all got a great set of lads, but you know, there is a really good culture at Worcester. It's a great environment to be in, but because it's your job, you put a lot more on your own performance. You know, personally, I play to win. I think first class, the higher you play, the more enjoyable it is, just more of a challenge, isn't it? So, you know, what's better? It's still a game of cricket, isn't it? And you're still batting, still bowling. It only takes one ball to get you out. You know, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. So, you know, that's my bit of an outlook on cricket from me. You know, I have a pretty simple approach to the game. You know, cricket is all about the next ball. I think life's all about the next ball. You know, we don't want to dwell too much on what's happening. There's not much we can do about it.
So what would be? If you, I mean, obviously you'd love to play for England, you'd love to do all the rest of it. What's a realistic aspiration for you as a player? I mean, obviously coming into the game late, I'm sure you appreciate what you've got as much as anybody here, but what would you like to do with your career from here on?
Obviously I'd like to play as high as I can for as long as I can. I would really love to play in some 2020 tournaments around the world, should I be good enough or get the chance to. I think that would be a fantastic experience, like being in Australia for 7 winters now on the bounce and seeing the Big Bash and the way that's taken off, and you just think, wow, like, it's great in England and everything, but to play in front of 40,000 people, 50,000 people with everything that's going on, it'd be magic to go and play in that or the IPL or something, you know, for the experience. And you know, if I turn out to be any good, then you know, hopefully that'd be quite exciting, I think. So.
And looking at the season ahead with Worcestershire, I mean, you've just been playing a 50-over match there, got the halfway through it with against Middlesex, and a big score on the board. Looks like Worcestershire are playing well at the moment.
Yeah, we're playing well. We haven't really put too much emphasis on results as such in Abu Dhabi, because it's all about giving people time in the middle and a few overs under the belt in outdoor conditions. You know, feel good about your game if you can. But we've come out and we've made three good scores in the white ball cricket and solid red ball stuff against Derbyshire. So, I mean, the wickets are good, the conditions are good for batting, so you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But you know, the bowlers have got some handy time under their belt as well, and they look good for it. Having spent the winter away and coming back and seeing them, I think everybody looks like they've improved, which is a good sign for Worcester.
And one of the big questions is, obviously, I mean, there seems to be an increasing gulf between First Division, Second Division and Championship. Are Worcestershire equipped to do the job and at least stay up in Division 1?
There's only one way to find out.
And many of the one-day trophies are won by Second Division teams, aren't they?
So what's the, you know, I don't want to say what's the big difference. Obviously, it's going to be harder for long, obviously. You know, but there's no reason to fear Division 1s because we play against those teams in white ball all the time. You know, it's not about survival for us going up to Division 1, because that's not the way we play our cricket, is to survive. We play to win. So that's probably our biggest asset, I think, is that, you know, we're in it to win it, and why not?
Well, whatever happens, enjoy the summer and enjoy the rest of 2015.
Thanks, James. Cheers, mate.